So in this video, I will be sharing how I escaped another murder-suicide case involving, and in this particular instance, an ex-boyfriend. So some of you who listened to my previous video would have heard me talk about a family member, a case issue that happened that could have led to a murder-suicide. So if you missed that video, you want to check out how I survived a murder-suicide around the age of 9. Now, at the age of 19, before I go there, not to forget is that you will be hearing more also about some giveaways coming down to the end of this video, and also what to expect in the next video in the series 30 times victorious Faye Journey. All right, so this was around 2013, 15. I was in a relationship. Now, in 2012, this happened after the incident that I mentioned in my last video. Late 2012, around August, I gave my life to Christ finally. So even though I was in church all my life, even from birth, childhood, teenage years, I gave my life to Christ around 2012. But I still wasn't, I would not say I was not 100% serious, but I was more serious than before. Now, I ended up in a relationship with a young man who I should not have been in a relationship with because we were unequally yoked, meaning that I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do those things, but he smokes, drinks, all that stuff, right? Live around woman if he needs to. So, we were not on the same level there, and we were in an okay relationship. We never really, I mean, we never used to live in the same house or anything like that, but he would treat me pretty good. But if you interfere with him, if you interfere with me or anything in connection with him, he would be really violent. So technically, I was with someone who had some similar traits, especially where violence was concerned. But the only thing with him, he used a lot of weapons. I remember a time while we were together, a man used to be coming around me where I was working because we used to work right next to each other next door. And I told him, and he went and pulled, I think it was a 3-line blade or something, and wanted to chop that man. I told that man he needed to run, and he actually ran out, I think, so he didn't get to chop it because he would have chopped it. And there were different incidents that he wanted to chop or injure other persons who were harassing me and stuff. But eventually we broke up. Well, I left the relationship in 2015, and it wasn't just my thought. I mean, I should have left before though, because of the fact that we were not equally yoked. Other than that, he was very giving. He would buy stuff. He was really a nice person. But other than that, in terms of God fearing, he wasn't there. Sometimes he go to church, but I think he started going to church because of me. That's not the right reason to go to church. If you're going to church, go to church because you really love God. Right? Because if we did just say and marry, he could have just stopped with all this stuff he was doing, like church thing, and then be his real self, and then there would have been problems, right? So back to what I was saying, when I was working, there's a point in life at that time I was working. The work that I was working at, he helped me get a job though. And it's people within that job that told me Michelle, you needed to leave that relationship. Now, some people will be like, I know a lot of people might think this young man, he was older than me though, like almost 10 years apart, but they might have thought that he was an African, like our mainly African, not fully one mainly West Indian, Caribbean African. But he was an East Indian, and also my co-workers were mainly East Indian. And the reason why I believe they told me I need to leave that relationship, I'm not sure, but I would like to believe it's because of his lifestyle, right? Like smoking, drinking, that kind of thing. I think they didn't like that he didn't also he had like an unstable job. So I can't remember if I told him exactly why, but I did break up the relationship eventually after thinking through everything. And he was really angry. And he started to, well, he came, I think, a time by my home to see me when I was at home. He met my mother. But before that, he came, I think on Saturday or so by my job. And the phone that I had at that time, he bought it. So he came and he's like, give me my phone. I was like, okay, phone. So I give him my phone. I took off my SIM and those things like in back to school. Making a scene on my work or trying to embarrass me, I don't know. And I called the police came and stuff. Then my manager was like, Michelle, call the police here. The big boss see this stuff. I want to know what drama going on in this branch and all kind of thing. But I called police because I was not feeling safe because the way how he's behaving, he's trying to get back at me, come and took his phone. So I had to make a report just in case anything. There's also said make a report. So if you end up defending yourself, I injure that person. It already had a report that something was going on. I called my dad, told him about it. I can't remember what my dad did at that point. I don't think he took me on that much. He just laughed or something. But I think I can say my yeah, so trying to remember something. Yeah, eventually he was trying to give me back the phone afterwards because apparently he just took it to see if I would run him down for the phone. Like, bro, I mean, I work and I can eventually buy a phone. So I told my mother I don't want a phone from him. Even if you bring it, whatever, I don't want it. He did drop it back at my home. There was a time he was waiting for me by my home, but I was a little bit scared too because before that he used to tell me, you know about Indian tonic? I was like, what is Indian tonic? Why we were together? He's like, Indian tonic is grandma food. And anybody know what grandma zone is? If you drink grandma zone, you'll be dead most likely, right? So like suicidal stuff he used to be talking about sometimes. And knowing him that he likes to pull blades and the way he was behaving, and so it's like there are some men in this country as well. If you leave them, they don't want to go with anybody else. They would try to take your life and sometimes theirs. So there was a time he was waiting for me somewhere out the road where I live, and I had someone take me through the back to take me home because I was not trusting him. He could have had some kind of plan to do evil. But again, we took this to God in prayer. We took it to God in prayer normally. Back then in our Friday services, we would have like a special prayer session. And we prayed in church and eventually he stopped coming around again. God intervened. Now, if God didn't intervene through Jesus Christ, Lord Almighty, I don't know what happened to me. I might have been injured, badly injured, could have been dead as well. He could have been dead as well. So God again, God and God alone. So in my next video, I will be sharing escaping death from stomach burns, or you could call it upset stomach, dealing with feeling cold in my body and losing weight and more. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also, keep looking for some giveaways that you can participate in for a chance to win.
Win big at the ES celebration, music, giveaways, and an unforgettable night. Register now for your chance to win one of these exciting prizes. One person will win TT $1,500 cell phone voucher. Another person will win a TT $500 grocery hamper. A third person will win a stylish 3-piece women's clothing set. One person will win a newborn baby hamper. And TT $200 cash for 3 lucky winners.